I have autism. I am autistic. I have autism spectrum disorder. I am on the spectrum. I was once diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. I am a high-functioning autistic person. But my autism does not define me. I am not autism. It is a part of me, but it's not me. Let me explain. Autism is a developmental disorder that impairs communication and interactivity. Though it can commonly be identified with symptoms such as difficulty communicating, difficulty with social interaction in general, obsessive interests and repetitive behaviors, the range and severity of autism symptoms vary widely from person to person, hence why it's seen as a spectrum. It's not really known what exactly causes autism, though most attribute it to genetics, and some crazies believe it's vaccines. There is no known cure for autism, but when diagnosed early, it can be possible to intervene at an early point of a child's life to improve their development. This is information I grabbed from the CDC's website, and I can personally attest to some of the signs they list, such as having trouble relating to people, avoiding eye contact, not playing pretend, repeating or echoing words spoken to me, mostly as a child, and even losing the ability to speak, according to my mom. Okay, that sounds a bit scary, I'll admit. Unfortunately, that is the reality for some people. That being said, it's not entirely what I'm going through. See, in the mid to late 2010s, the well-known named variants of autism were put on a spectrum, and each part of the spectrum is known for having different traits and levels of severity for their symptoms. There are 5 levels on the spectrum, I think, but even people in the same level can have different symptoms or just express themselves differently. And that's the beauty of autistic people. We're all unique. Anyway, since this video is about me, I'm going to talk about my diagnosis, level 1 ASD, also known as Asperger's syndrome. This means I'm known to have above average intelligence and strong verbal skills, but my social communication skills kind of stink. When I was in school, I couldn't quite grasp such strange concepts as friendship, romance, extracurricular activities, or bottling your emotions. Though I did eventually learn about these things growing up, they were still quite strange customs to me. To this day, I still have difficulty understanding things like holding hands, healthy relationships, and why people partake in alcohol and cigarettes. People think I'm not autistic. Even other autistics don't think I'm autistic, but there's some reasons why I appear that way. The first reason being that early childhood intervention I brushed upon earlier. My mom homeschooled me until I started preschool. During my elementary school years, I was given an IEP, or Individualized Education Program, to help me manage my symptoms and focus on my schoolwork. They didn't put me in any special classes or anything. They just pulled me away from class from time to time to see therapists for aid with my speech and occupational skills. At one point, they even put me with a counselor to help me manage my emotions and behavior, as well as give me goals to work towards for focusing on my schoolwork and improving my handwriting. Even when these accommodations were ripped away from me in middle school, I was still learning and improving my social skills with help from my parents, my mental health facility, and the few friends I made along the way. The second reason is that even after school ended for me, when I was at a point where I felt like I was losing a lot of the social skills I acquired up to that point, I managed to keep myself socially passable thanks to some outings I went on with my friends, as well as the buddies I worked up the courage to talk to online. Basically, my life is like a raid boss in a video game. There's just absolutely no way I could conquer it all by myself. Of course, having autism comes with problems and presumptions, and my case is no different. Here's what I'm talking about. The people that think I don't need help, basically because I'm learning and trying my best to cope and adapt to unfamiliar territory, I am essentially presenting myself as a normal person. It sounds like a tricky facade, but it's a good thing I'm also working on my acting skills. Unfortunately, this means that people don't tend to see me struggle with things that others can figure out easily. My parents can be supportive sometimes, but ultimately I can get by if I have a trusted friend that I can defer to for assistance. The people that think I need all the help. My mental health facility had this program I used to be in where they group people together from their service recipients and take them into the community for fun outings or to build life skills. While I did genuinely enjoy most of these experiences, one problem I faced a lot was how the person in charge would look at the majority of people in the room, which is usually people of lower mental capability than myself, to put it nicely, and then talk down to me like I'm on their level. Like, I appreciate the attempt, but I'm still an adult. So give me some space and let me make my own decisions. And I'm aware this point contradicts my previous one a bit, but there's got to be a healthy medium for people that are looking out for me. It can't just be all or nothing. People say, you don't look autistic. What's that even supposed to mean? Autistic people can look like anyone because there's different types of autism and different people of each type. Are you referring to like the autistic stereotypes like CWC? Or are you referring to a particular word that I cannot say on a monetized YouTube channel that starts with REE? Either way, I hate when people are in denial of my autism. They may mean well in trying to recognize that I am getting better at social interaction and I may pass as a normal person. But it still hurts to hear that, both because that's how that particular person views autistic people, and that I kind of feel a bit invalidated for trying to improve myself. Autistic people that say, you're nothing like me though. Well, maybe I don't want to be. There are people out there with autism that are doing far better than me, and others not so much. But basically all I really want to be is me. People that think I'm lying just to get out of trouble. First of all, since when have I gotten into trouble lately? Don't answer that. Basically, in regards to this thing in particular, there are two different kinds of autistic people. There's the people who skate by in life, never learning or improving anything because they chalk up their weird behavior and actions to autism and act like it's a magic word to get out of consequences. And then there's the people who acknowledge their wrongdoing and learn from their mistakes so they can become a better person and not repeat their offenses. I've seen people on both sides of this conflict in my own friend groups and even on YouTube. It's on the same level of frustrating to me as this one episode of South Park where this kindergarten teacher basically got a slap on the wrist for having intimate relations with a student by claiming she's an alcoholic. While I don't usually get in trouble for things brought on by my autism, it has been pointed out to me multiple times that I do have a tendency to like flap my arms when I get really excited. And it usually happens when there's something on my mind that makes me giddy. Yes, that is another sign of autism. The thing is, I'm usually not aware of it unless it's pointed out to me after the fact, which is why I'm lucky to have someone like a parent or trusted friend nearby while I'm out and about to make sure I don't act up. You're so lazy having your mom do everything for you. My mom is my legal guardian, and she has to do things for me despite me being 25, because it has been determined upon professional evaluation that I can't do these things by myself. Since she's only a partial guardian, this pertains to things such as managing my money, calling people on my behalf to schedule appointments, being present for visits at a doctor and hospital, etc. Some autistic people have legal guardians that do more things, like make legal decisions on their behalf and cook their meals and stuff like that. That doesn't mean we're all lazy. It means we need help. Some of us lack the capability to handle such things in a responsible manner, and that's why we have guardians. So I may not have gone into as much detail as I believe this topic truly deserves, but to put things simply, being autistic is no excuse to stop improving yourself in terms of communication and social interaction. It will be hard, yes, but you have people in your life that can help you. To parents that have children with autism or think their children might have autism, please try your best to be there for your child and help support them any way you can. talk to their doctor, and consult with reputable mental health information sources to decide the best course of action to improve their development. And to all my fellow autistics out there, be yourself. Never stop trying. Take responsibility for your mistakes and learn from them, and strive to be the best you can possibly be. I would like to thank you for watching this video in honor of World Autism Awareness Day, and hopefully this will be the last time I ever have to bring up my autism in like a serious manner again, because all I really want to do here is make videos to entertain you guys. But the reason I did this video is because I have autism, and it's Autism Awareness Day, and it's a topic near and dear to my heart because there's so many people that don't understand it. And I hope this helps a little bit. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video for hopefully more gaming content. Peace.